I think there's a general feeling amongst primary teachers that it's time to change. The new history curriculum places much more emphasis on the big picture of history and chronological understanding, of making sense of how it all fits together. The new curriculum is a framework. It's a series of headings, it's a series of content bullet points that give teachers the opportunity to work within that and construct their own curriculum. It's not a question of learned stuff, of learned facts. It's actually working with the materials to develop an understanding of what life was like in Stone Age, the continuities between Stone Age and Anglo-Saxons and Victorians, as well as change. The biggest challenge is actually to make a coherent whole out of the curriculum, to make it fit together logically, and also to link it with the other subjects. So for instance, you might do the Maya in South America as your non-European society. They're fascinating. They actually died out through overpopulation, deforestation. And if you're doing Key Stage 2 geography on South America and Brazil, you've got a direct link and a relevance to global warming and other issues like that. So you can actually link your history curriculum with your geography curriculum and other curriculums in a meaningful way. The important thing, I think, in primary history is to move away from yes, no, towards, well, it might be this or it might be that, this area of excitement, of debate, of discussion that even really young children, 5, 6, 7 years old, are capable of dealing with. One of the biggest things history does in the classroom is actually introduce uncertainty. This idea that there's not a right answer. I always wind my colleagues up by saying in sums, 2 and 2 is always 4. H2 and O is always water. In history, were the Vikings bad, which I saw as a recent example I saw? The answer is yes, no, maybe, depends on which evidence you use, what you find out, what you discover about the Vikings. So there is no yes or no answer. And that, I think, is the most exciting thing that happens in good primary history. Children are used to knowing the right answer. Sometimes it's good to know there's not a right answer. There are different answers depending on which evidence you use. Children can get this, can build on this excitement and realise that their conclusions are as important and as relevant as the specialists. The next 6 editions of primary history will add up to a handbook supporting teaching of these hard to resource areas of the curriculum. So the current issue has a special feature on teaching Stone Age to Iron Age. The next one has something on Benin. After that, there's the Maya and Islam and so on. So the Historical Association, its journal, its website is the first port of call. The History Expert Group have their own website linked from the HA website that will help you plan your curriculum. National museums like the British Museum are an excellent source of materials, either written or images, on Benin, the Maya, Indus Valley, based on their collections. And of course, don't forget your local museum. Quite often they have loan collections that you can hand out, you can handle, and they will bring to schools. Nothing beats, as far as kids are concerned, handling a Stone Age axe 6, 7, 8,000 years old. It's magic.